Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Here we are again, another day. Last night I was outside very late and it was very dark, and I was moving the bricks around, and I was trying to be careful because, you know, there were some black widow spiders in the bricks, and I sprayed the bricks, but it was dark and I couldn't really see, and I smashed my finger. It's really swollen, and there's some little cuts on it. It doesn't hurt though, so that was a blessing. But if I was still doing hair, that would have been the end of the gardening. I could not have any injuries on my hands. One time, and I don't know how I did it, on my right hand, I cut really bad on both sides of my thumbs. I was in misery. I had to work. So it's hot here, but it's not too bad. These are my Tory Burch sunglasses. I was using a pair of Revlon sunglasses. Some of you remember I had these blue sunglasses with like a snake design, which I love the animal stuff, even when it makes no sense at all. And I threw my 100-pound purse on the sunglasses, and that was the end of the sunglasses. Okay, so what we're watching is we're watching China, we're watching Britain, we're watching South America, we're watching Portugal, we're watching Italy to see what's going on, because it seems that they're a few months ahead of us. So Wkrkd News reported that North Korea has a COVID crisis, and so they've been secretive about when the COVID first started, they closed their borders, you know, they stopped all flights, and supposedly they had no cases of COVID. But now they have a COVID crisis, and that probably means we need help. So if you would like to see the report, that's why I follow Wkrkd News. If you would like to see the report, go to Rotostone Twitter. So this is what I was worried about, is that when the countries tried to reopen like we are right now, that we could have a COVID event again. A lot of people think they're totally and completely safe because they've had the vaccination. But the COVID was supposed to be a viral pneumonia, and I have my doubts, because if they could vaccinate against COVID, they should be able to vaccinate against almost any virus. And I don't think they can, so I'm being very careful. I was planning on going to the swap meet, but I thought, I don't think it's a good idea. The crowds might be too big on the 4th of July, and we might have another outbreak of the COVID. And another thing is, the reason I decided not to go, well, because of the heat too, but that wasn't really it. I was watching this video, and this lady, you know, I mentioned to you guys these videos like I was deathly sick, and then I found out a solution, and it's usually something that eliminates some food groups, so I don't like those. So this lady was describing, and I go, ooh, that sounds like you. Anyway, what happened was, she was eating anything and everything anything she wanted, and she was going through the drive-through and getting Cokes on the way to pick up the kids, you know, Diet Cokes and stuff. And so what happened to her is she got a bad case of diabetes. But when she was describing what she was doing, I thought, wow, that's exactly what you've been doing. And it occurred to me that possibly this is a contributor to my insomnia, you know, eating and drinking it as much as I want, anything I want. And so I'm incredibly healthy, and I figure the only reason it didn't kill me is because I was on pretty much a low-carb diet all of my life. So I thought, what she did is she arrested her diabetes by going on the keto diet. But the keto diet really restricts carbs and sugar. And so, the thing she was doing, why I kind of thought, you know, this might be what was wrong with me, was she was eating a lot of fruit. And I've mentioned to you guys, you'll notice I eat very little fruit. It makes me sick. She was eating a lot of fruit. She was eating granola bars and protein bars. And those certain foods make me very sick, right? So I thought, wow, you know, I think I'm just going to cut back a little bit on the carbs, like the cookies. One of the reasons I love these sunglasses, and I love the sunglasses that I destroyed, is they have a blue lens. So anyway, so I thought, wow, I think I'll cut out the carbs a little bit. And I have a lot of low carb meals that I love. Like I love like hamburgers, just fried hamburgers or fried steak with cottage cheese and tomatoes. Like the salad I had the other night, so I can get by. Okay, so North Korea is having a COVID crisis. Here we go again. I heard this thing and I think it's true. They always warn us. Okay, Bill Cosby got out of jail today, I think. I saw it. It looks, when I saw it, he was going to get out of jail, but I think he's going to get out of jail. And so, you know, this is terrible to say, but I was kind of relieved for him. He was one of our most loved celebrities. You will notice that the celebrities are always ruined. Either they die horrible deaths, like Prince in the elevator, or George Michael's. It was so bad towards the end of his life, or Michael Jackson. So, you know, I was kind of relieved, and I thought, well, you know, he's had a couple of things. Here in San Diego, one of his sons was killed in a case of road rage, I think. So anyway, Bill Cosby is out of jail. I figured they were going to throw him in jail and throw away the key. So he got off. They didn't say he was innocent, but he got off kind of lightly. Some of the stars, like when they are punished, they're kind of over punished, and some of them are kind of under punished. Another sad one was Whitney Houston. Okay, now about the Miami structure. You know, I was dreaming these dreams all week. You know, first of all, I'm a very light sleeper, and when I do dream, the dreams are always awful a lot of times. But I always say, just be grateful for your nightmares. But I was dreaming, if any of you are Christians, I was involved in the healing ministry, and a lot of times when God is healing someone, the Christian will get a pain in the body. So in my arm, I had this pain, and I thought, what is wrong with your arm? There's nothing wrong with your arm. Now on this hand, on my finger, yes, there is. It was smashed. But it's been going on for days, and so about yesterday or day before, I dreamed of this person, and they had their arm, and it looked like a bad break. And I prayed to God, and I said, God, help this person remove the pain. And I would pray, especially when this pain would come. And then this morning, I was in a light sleep, and I dreamed someone was still pinned, and I think in that Miami collapse. So keep praying for those people, that they're going to be rescued before they die. And I told you guys I had a dream of someone turning the faucet on and no water coming out. And I'm thinking now maybe it's some of those people in the structure that collapsed. So keep praying for those people. What a nightmare. We have to live with the idea that an earthquake could happen here any single time. And you know, where I live, they said they had a miscommunication on the reservoir. So, you know, I'm going and I'm trying to make sure wherever, you know, any water could get in the townhouse, that it's going to be as safe as I can make it. Mostly here, the problem is droughts, bad droughts. They're saying Utah, the Utah people are calling for everyone to pray for them because the drought is so bad. So don't forget to pray for Utah. I mean, that's pretty bad when the whole state asks for prayers. Okay, so now here is what we're looking for. You know, the rest of this year, we're looking for a pandemic. So we see an outbreak in Korea, and we go, oh no. We're looking for jobs, like no jobs. I started selling Etsy, and so I will be selling this lovely retro watch. I love this watch, but I bought it to sell. I need to get a battery for it, and I posted. So I'm selling on Etsy, I'm selling on eBay, and I'm selling on the stock market as soon as I can get back creating my own job. Since I almost killed myself with insomnia eating cookies, I don't know, that one's on hold. We're looking for climate crises. So what we're saying is like what? Well, in Southern California, it'd be fires, it'd be drought. It could be any kind of, this is really the high desert. And they're saying that Boulder Dam in Las Vegas is very low too. So that's kind of scary. Okay, we're looking for a grid collapse. So, and you know, power outages. We're not hysterical, but we're saying like, I bought my son the mini air conditioner for his desk, and he's trying it out, and I might buy one, but I want to buy at least 2 generators, one for me, one for my son, just in case. There's been some comments that they could be expecting us to go without power 4 hours a day. That's why I'm not really packing my freezers full of expensive meat. Anyway, I'm thinking about, and so you can't really say, well, people survive these climate crises years ago. Well, not in every case. Like my mother's mother froze. And, you know, this heat is brutal here. Where I live now, I'm lucky as far as the heat because, you know, I can get a good breeze up there. We're looking for cyber attacks. Why those are very dangerous is they can steal our money, our currency, and you might be saying, well, they can't steal our Bitcoin. Well, don't be so sure. Okay, and another thing I want to mention is I'm seeing a lot of snake tattoos on people. Okay, in the gardens, the snake was Satan. And when I was working in cartel shops, what I would do is I would get jobs and I would realize that that I was in a cartel shop, and then what I would do is I would discreetly quit as soon as I could get out of there. So I noticed that these big python snakes and snakes played big into that. So when you're seeing these snakes, this is not a good sign when they're on huge amounts of the population, because Satan does give his people power. Another thing, a note on Lucifer. Lucifer is a fallen angel. He's actually a beautiful personage. And he's very beguiling too, because he imparts a lot of knowledge and wealth. And then there's the dragon. And you know, in Asian art and stuff, you will notice a lot of dragons. Okay, and then I want to encourage you guys to buy seeds, as many as you can find. Because if you have seeds, I think, if I'm not mistaken on this, the crop cycle would be 60 days from the time you germinate the seed, you know, and it starts sprouting. It's only 60 days. And another thing is, you know, these disasters, your canned food that is packed in water is some of your most valuable resources. If some kind of really hideous drought happen, you can drink out of the water in your cans, and also soda. I mean, it's better than dying of thirst. And so out here in San Diego, we should be able to plant year round. But if that's not you, you have to learn how to plant indoors so you can grow your own food year round. And a lot of my followers say they've been canning. And so I want to encourage you all to maybe buy some beef and some potatoes, because it would be so bad. You know, say you're on a low carb diet. Now, when I do the low carb, I will have like a small potato or a sweet potato or some rice in moderation. But you might not be eating any at all. But during a starvation or famine situation, you want to make sure you have these foods. Today, I'm going up to walk, and I'll probably buy potatoes today. I spent, about a week making all kinds of potato things. Like if you have instant potatoes, you can make potato cakes if you have oil. So, okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.